I spoke to the creators, or I went to their website and I sent them a message to try to see if I can get some feedback from them to see if there would be an issue like there was with the perception neuron, where there was very little feedback. And I was concerned with the same thing happening with the node. So I sent them a series of questions. I sent them about 10 or 15 questions to make sure that they have answers for that and see what their answers would be. In less than a week, they sent me a response back detailing everything that they needed to satisfy what I was asking in my questioning. One of the main things I was questioning was the fact that, like the perception, I was wondering if their suit uses the same node technology, and to see if it was as fragile as perception neuron, and they said no. The second thing I was wondering is if they had gloves or anything like that. They said those will be coming soon. They don't have that, but yet, so I'm spending this money, and I'm not going to really get the gloves if I purchase it. The other thing is I was wondering if they use close to the technology, where whether it was Bluetooth or whether it was Wi-Fi. And basically what they were saying was Wi-Fi. Now, I know a lot of this information is up on their website, but I like to hear it from them. And because just like the perception neuron, there's a lot of things on the website, but then there's a lot of things missing on the website. So I went ahead and purchased the Rokoko, and altogether, as you see up here, it says $2,495. So I have the order here, and altogether it came out to $2,694.70. So almost $3,000, almost, not quite. So I was really nervous about this because I've already spent money on the perception neuron, and I was gravely disappointed. Initially, I wasn't disappointed because it worked. I put it away for like 2 weeks or whatever, didn't touch it, put it back on, didn't work. So I was disappointed with that. I'm still looking into getting more neurons, but I'm finding out that one of the issues wasn't a neuron. It was the actual area, the component that the neuron goes into. But there's still errors with it. So that was the huge issue I was worried about before, and a lot of other things with the neuron, that it couldn't be next to the computers and that sort of stuff. So I asked them all of these questions, and they came back with a confirmed answer that this suit does not have any of those problems. So I'm expecting that to be the case. And I went ahead and I said, look, a lot of people are asking about this. I'm going to go ahead and get this one because I can actually use it for small production stuff. But I'm already geared to buying the more expensive ones anyway, because I've used those and I've had those in the studio before, and they're pretty much flawless. But the truth is, the technology is at a point to where we should be able to have this at home now. We shouldn't have to be spending $10,000, $20,000 to get it. So I went ahead and I purchased it, and that's how much I paid. So it took a while to come because I ordered it on December 7th. And it came in January 20th something. They told me it would take an extra week because of Christmas, but it took an extra 3 weeks. That was my first problem. But I will tell you this, that whole time that it was late, I sent them emails. I can show you the emails. I sent them emails. I was pretty upset. They always emailed me back. They always contacted me back in less than 2 days. Less than 2 days, I would always get an email back, either from one of the three people. I think there's like 3 people up there. I would always go here to this little thing right here, and I would start contacting them through their conversation thing. I was actually a little concerned that I didn't see a phone number up here, but really it wasn't even necessary to call these people because they would answer everything through the email. The other thing I noticed looking up here on the site, they had this whole thing, this learn button up here on their website, and it tells you everything you need to know. And I know a lot of times when you're looking at these things, it's almost as if they're going to tell you kind of what you need to know, and then when you finally get it, there's an issue, right? But that is not my experience here. So when it came in the mail, this is not there. Let's see. Yeah, this is how it looked when it first came in the mail. So it came in the mail in this box. That's what you can expect. It was brought by UPS, which I have a problem with sometimes. So I don't know what's going on with UPS and their service, but it came in UPS. This is a tote bag that comes with it, and you get these little stickers, I guess you can put on the suit itself. You get this quick start guide. You get these stickers. These are some more stickers, and you get this USB, and this USB is required to hook up to the hub, and you get this extra node. This is how their nodes look. So they're pretty sturdy. This wire here is pretty sturdy, connected to the node. The suit itself comes in this black box with a little note there. You get this this carrying case, and this is the first thing that popped out to me when I first got it. I was like, wait a minute, okay, you gave me this hanger, you give me this carrying case. This thing almost is meant to jump into it like Iron Man and go do some stuff. So I'm slowly getting excited. I'm not really excited. I'm actually more afraid than anything. Even before I even open the thing, I'm afraid, because I know what happens when you spend all this money on something and they just give you half things that work one time, and then it's done. Now you're out $3,000 because, number one, you can't get in touch with anybody. So this was the main thing for me, to get in touch with somebody initially. So that's why I was doing all that contacting and research well before I even purchased it. Not that one, but here is the note close up. They thank you for buying the suit and all that sort of stuff, and they give you the link to get started right away. That's the first thing you notice, and that's the first thing I noticed. And the other thing I noticed is that this is an actual signature. This was not something that was printed. At least on mine, it did not look like this. And this was not special order for me because I'm doing a review or anything like that. They have no idea that I'm doing a review. So here is everything that's in the packet, and it doesn't seem like much. You're like, wait a minute, I almost spent $3,000 for all this. But remember, everything is in the suit, and it's all put together for you in the suit. You don't have to put this suit together in a way, So that's the close-up of that on the suit. That's the box. I already showed you that. And here's the suit laid out. Now, all the wiring is in the suit, and down here you will see that this area right here is where the foot controls are, and inside of here, the nodes are placed inside of here, and it's pretty sturdy. Some parts are flexible because, it has to fit certain sizes, so some parts are pretty flexible, but not enough to where you say, well, I can't take this outside and use it. It's good enough to go outside and do everything you need to do, from what I can tell and from what I've done. So then you have this little wire in the back. If you see the little zippers there, you can unzip it, pull out the nodes, replace the nodes, that sort of thing. This one right here, though, is the connection to the head gear that you're supposed to put on the head, the head node, where the head controller. There's the box. You've already seen that. And here are those other items that you already saw. So here's the suit. I'm hanging it up, and I just want to show you guys the back. So I'm going to zip this down. And you'll see how they put the nodes throughout the suit for you. Easily accessible, not very hard to take out and clean. It doesn't look like. I haven't really unplugged anything. But in the back, in the center, you'll have the headgear, the headband. So that's the node for that. And then you'll have another USB connector here. That USB connector connects to the hub. So that's what you connect your power supply to, and there's a little power supply pocket right there, and then you could just zip everything up in there. And on this side is more wires and the nodes. It's like the back node. And then in the center here on the hips, right in the lower back, you have this zipper here, and then inside of there you have the hub that fits perfectly in there. Now, the issue that I had with the neuron perception, there was no way to hold the hub inside of it. It was like some strap that kept coming off, so I had to kind of wrap it around myself. And right there is the USB connector that you connect directly to your computer. And that's what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to connect this part right here to our computer to go ahead and configure our Wi-Fi to this hub. So now that I got past that point, the first thing you need to do is to go on their site, and you're going to go directly to their site, and you're going to go here to the downloads. So when you first get to their site, this is what you're going to see. You won't see downloads here, but what you will see is this Smart Suit Pro. I want to go ahead and do that first. And then when you get here, you want to go here to the Smart Studio. Okay, Smart Suit Studio. You're going to click on that. And now from here, you can go ahead and download the version that you want. So that's the first thing you want to do, is go ahead and download that and install it. And install is pretty straightforward. To keep everything tight on the body, that's the foot controller right there. And you just put the suit on, and then you wrap that around your foot. But to keep everything pretty consolidated, they put all of the cables and everything in the back and through the arms. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just plugging in the battery into the back, just so I could see how it works. But I'm not ready to really plug the battery in and work the suit. I have to first hook this up to the network. So I'm just plugging the battery in to see that works. Now I'm going to go ahead and hook it up to the network. So I have to first plug my suit into the computer and turn on the application that I just downloaded. So as you can see here, what I do is I plug this part into the USB. So now I have the system plugged in, and it's still beeping. It's the light is still beeping on the hub. And so now what I need to do is I can decide to use one of these profiles that they have, or what you could do is create your own profile. And what I did was create my own profile. So all I need to do here is click on the little arrow, and all of this will open up. And because I have it plugged into the computer, I have the suit plugged into the computer, this will work. If I didn't have the suit plugged into the computer, this will not work. So over here, I already have some stuff that I've done, and I've already exported, but you won't see any of that there. You'll either see the demo version or your own version. Here are the commands for when after you have the suit all set up. So for right now, I'm going to go to the configuration smart suit, and you'll see here that I have this IP address already in here, the receiving IP address. This is a computer that you want to receive the information. So where are you going to find this IP address for your computer? All you need to do here in Windows 10 is go here to your network access point, then go to open network and settings. And then when you do that, you're going to get this view here. You want to go ahead and click, if you're on Wi-Fi, it'll be a Wi-Fi thing here. But right now, this one's not hooked to Wi-Fi, so I'm going to click my Ethernet. And then I can go ahead and click on that network. And I'm going to scroll all the way down. And then you'll see here, this is exactly where you're going to get that number, your IP. And it's IPv4. Okay? So then I can go ahead and put that there. And then I want to go ahead and put the password to my network. That's going to be the password that goes into your hub. So now we got to set up our hub to be able to receive this information. So right now, if I apply this to the software here, this is fine. I can also, once it's set up, I can update. But for right now, I can't do that because first I have to set up my hub. And I'm going to stop saying hub when I'm referring to the router. So I'm talking about the router on my computer I need to set up. Right here, I'm setting up the hub for the suit. So I'm going to set up now the router for my computer so that I can accept this information here. Now, the information I'm going to need when I set up my router is going to be over here. Inside of this one, not inside of the profile, sorry. Inside of this little button right here, it says Access Advanced Settings. You're going to go here to Settings, and you're going to go all the way down here to Network Settings. And what you want to be able to do is look at this one right here, this 14041. That's the one that's going to be listening, and that's the number you're going to want to forward. So then what you need to do is open up your browser, and you're going to have administrative access to do this. So you're going to open up your browser, and then you're going to go 192.168.1.1, whatever your network information is. You're going to go ahead and sign into that. And I'm not going to sign in right now because I don't want to give you guys my information, but I'm going to go ahead and sign in. So after you sign in, you want to go to your advanced settings, if it's Netgear or something like that, but they all have something called port forward / port triggering. So you're forwarding your ports. You won't see the smart suit there. So you have to add a port forwarding declaration here. So you're going to add the service here. And when you add it, that number, that external number that you'll be using is that 1404. So that's where you're going to start the port and you're going to end the port there. And then remember that IP address that we gave for the computer itself, that 192.168.1.10, that's what you're going to put here. So that way it goes to that computer. And by the way, you can do this for other computers too. So you can send this out to multiple systems. So once you're done with that, now you're basically set up. And I have to commend them for this, because when you put in the software, it automatically makes the rules for you for the firewall. It makes the exceptions for you for the firewall, and it sets up a lot of stuff for the network for you automatically. So it really wasn't that hard. Basically, that's all I did. I need to have access to my router, and then I just need to know my IP address basically, and then I need to know what channel I'm be listening on. If you don't have access to your router, then you can easily, because you don't have to be online for this, you can easily just go buy another router. And again, that's another expense that they didn't tell you about on site. So you're going to need a router, you're going to need the battery, and they all seem to be doing that. A little bit of customer service here. I tell you, if they would just purchase the battery and the router for you and just put that up in there, they can get it for a lot cheaper. That would make people a lot happier if they didn't really have to go out and get other stuff. But that aside, everything else is pretty straightforward. So you go ahead and do that. And now what I'm going to do is I can now unplug. Once this is done, I'll go ahead and apply that. Mine is already applied. And this password is the password to your router. So once that's done, I can go ahead and confirm all that, then close it. And then I'm going to unplug my suit. So after I unplug the suit, it's going to be off, so I got to plug in the battery. So after I did that, I plug in the battery, and then I put the battery right into the slot in the back, and I just zip it up, and it fits pretty snugly in there. And if it doesn't, it'll stretch out just a little bit. And they have batteries that they recommend on their site that's a little thinner, so that way it zips up a little bit better. So mine's a bit bigger, but that's still fine because it's not stretching it out too much. And then you'll see that your hub is green, and there's a little blue light on there that tells you that you're hooked to the network. I'm going to take the USB wire that I get with that, and I'm going to put it in that same pocket because I'm always going to use it. It's going to be direct from there, and there's enough space for it. So then I check to see that blue light and the green light. Everything's on. There's a constant blue. It's not blinking, which means I'm connected. And then I go ahead and zip that up. So to give you guys a full sense on from the time I zip that thing up to putting this thing on, I'm going to put it on right in front of your eyes just so you can see that one person can do this. And this is the suit right out of the box. All I did was put the battery in there, put that USB thing in there, and then I'm just going to put the suit on. So here I go. I'm putting the suit on. And I'm going to let this happen in real time just so you can see exactly what's going on and what it takes to put this suit on. Now, while I'm putting it on, though, I'm actually making sure that and they didn't say you have to do this so much, but I'm making sure that the zippers align with the leg. And if your legs are a little bit thick, it's going to be, you got to make sure it's really aligned, otherwise it'll start turning. And the hands are pretty straightforward. You put your hands through, and there's this little slide area, this little opening where you're going to put your thumb through. And then all I do from here is I just take the straps. I put the straps on. And then I zip this bad boy up. And I'm assuming that I'm ready to go. Okay? So all I'm doing right here is fixing the foot part, and then I'm just going to put the head part on. So there you go. The whole suit is on. Now I'm ready to test this bad boy out. So then what I do is I open up the application, and then I go ahead and click on this perform pose. And what it's going to do is going to go ahead and put you in a T pose. You got to remain still, and from there you're ready to go. And here's the recording. I'm just moving around, walking around. You see how sometimes you'll see those colors. It'll light up like yellow or something like that. That's because it's near some sort of magnetism. It thinks it is. It could be near some sort of magnetism, not all the time, but it doesn't really seem to cause any problems with the motions in the suit here. So I'm just moving around, and I'll just let you guys kind of see this. The head motions, the body motions. Now, just to be 100% clear, I want to let you know that this thing is not really attached in any sort of way because I'm using the battery, and because it's attached to the Wi-Fi, I can go as far as the Wi-Fi will allow me to go. Let's try some groundwork stuff here. That's what I'm doing here. I'm doing my little stance here. But to really put this thing to the test, I'm going to go ahead and walk downstairs. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm going all the way downstairs. I'm going to go all the way down to my gym. Right now I'm going downstairs. So it's trying to figure out what's going on with these feet. But basically that's what's happening. I go downstairs, and then I hop on the bench. You can see that, right? I'm on the bench. I'm now doing the bench press. So I'm going to do this bench press. And you can see I don't have the fingers, but you pretty much see that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the incline bench press. Do a few of those. And now I'm downstairs. I have no idea what's happening on the computer right now. I'm assuming that it's catching on. And some of the metal may be causing some issues. It's not really causing any issues, so I'm going to go do the squats here. I mean, I'm doing the hex bar here. So I'm doing the hex bar. It's trying to adjust. Remember, I am complete downstairs, away from my computer. I don't see any of this is what's happening. And then I walk over, and I'm going to do some of my martial arts stretching stuff. So I think this is the martial arts stretching stuff. Oh, no. Now I'm doing curls. That's right. So I'm doing my curls. And see, I'm inside this application. I can swirl around this application while this is going on. So I'm using the middle mouse button here, the right mouse button to look around. And if I hold down control, I can shift around like that. Now I'm doing my stretches. Here's my stretches. Middle mouse button scroll. Middle mouse button press and drag. Right mouse button will look around like that. Now I'm off of that. Now I think what's happening here. Yeah, okay. So I'm going. Oh, okay. I'm doing a few kicks and a few moves here. Oh no, I'm punching that bag. That's right. Punching the bag. See, I don't know if you can even guess sometimes what I'm doing there. So then I walk. Okay, so now I'm kicking the other bag. Or kicking somebody. And then I go here, and then let's see, what do I do? Oh, okay, so I'm doing the cartwheels. I wanted to see that cartwheel thing work because I wanted to see if it will lose track of it. And it's kind of jerky here, and I'm not sure if that jerkiness is going to be part of the data. Now I'm running up the stairs, I'm climbing up the stairs, climbing up the walls. Now I come all the way over here, and I'm back at the computer, and now I'm on the mouse. And there you have it, folks. It was pretty easy. So that's my complete review of this thing. The first time I kind of put it rigorously because I wanted to check the distance and that sort of stuff too, see how that worked out. So whenever you want to display like one of the recordings that you have, you could just hit play here, or you can just go here, like let's say to take one. You click it, it'll go through fast, right? First initially, and then it'll go ahead and go normal speed after that, so you can kind of see what's going on here. This was one of my first tests that I did. You know, I wanted to check and see if I was getting some good frequencies here, and seeing if the suit was on right. Now remember, what I did here is I structured this character to my body size, and I think there's some things that are off as far as the waist and the hips and stuff like that. So I have to go check that. There's a few things, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I literally hopped in this suit. You saw me do it. I literally did a few clicks to hook it up. The only technical thing I think I had to do was understand how to get to my hub settings and to put a forwarding thing up in there. And I showed you guys how to do that, and that's easily figured out. And I must commend these people for quality work so far. Now maybe I'll be coming to you next month or next week saying, okay, all the nodes are dead, nothing works. But I'll be trying this thing outside. I'll be trying this thing in the field. I'll be trying this thing playing tennis. I'll be trying this doing martial arts. I'll be trying it, all sorts of things. I want to see it in the field, and I can see how this will work. Okay, so that's not really something I'm afraid that it won't work. I just want to see it work outside of my home network. You know what I mean? So I'll be giving you guys updates on that. And then from here, what I did was I said, okay, I can actually go here and I can export this thing. If I click export, I can export this as a FBX or BVH, sorry. And I can do that as binary. And since I want to really see how the whole process works, I'm going to go ahead and load this into something like, let's say, like Motion Builder or Maya. Now, also remember, they give you a link. They give you the Unity plugin. They give you the Motion Builder plugin. They give you the Unreal plugin. So you can easily use those inside of that. But I didn't want to use the plugin so much. I just wanted to see the raw data that comes out of this thing when I export it. So that's what I did. And let's see what I got there. So what I did was I exported it. Here was the first character I was going to map it to. It's already rigged. Okay, so that's the first character I was going to map it to. But here is the actual data that came in. I'm inside of Maya, and I'm not really showing you Maya. You probably already know it, but I'm just showing you that it was a matter of me opening that file or dragging that file in here, and this is what Maya gives me. It gives me the data exactly like it was. So I'm right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit play, and then you can see it go through, right? Let me go ahead and expand this timeline here. There we go. And I can see it from there, and I'm just going to hit play. So it goes all the way through. And you can see the timeline moving here. These are all the points. And all I got to do is map it to this character, and that character is doing all of those moves. That's me doing the foot thing. That's me doing the push-ups, the leg thing. Here I am walking down the stairs. You can see it's complete spatial. It's going in those areas. The squats, the stretches, or the curls, right? I did the curls. Here's the kicks, the bag, the kicks, the flips, and then I walk back upstairs. I go to the computer, and then that's it. So, first impressions on this thing, very well designed. And keep in mind, I wasn't excited about this. Okay, I was not happy getting it. I was just scared getting it. I just knew something crazy was going to happen, but I'm just going to follow through with everything and see what happens. I'm gonna tell you, I am not upset that I don't get the hand controls, because I see how much work they put into the suit. I see they put a lot of thought into making sure you have to do very little to get this started. I see that. I appreciate that. And I'm happy about the amount of money that I spent on it because of the amount of work that they put in. Now, initially when you buy these suits, you're like, oh, I want to get it for an affordable price. But the truth is that affordable price is going to strike you, because you got to know what you're getting with an affordable price. There's another suit that I have. There's a third suit that I have that I'm going to do a review on. And it is a good suit, but it's good for with the reasons that they tell you it's good for. This is another company. They're called Influx. It's another company who's working hard. They're telling you what they have. They're not trying to fake you out. They give you and we're talking about a suit that's under $500. I believe it's under $500, but it's a really good suit, and it's designed for what it's designed for. It's not designed to do everything all the other suits are doing. That's not what they're doing. I went to these guys, their shop. They're working hard. They're doing some good work. They're doing their research. They're updating everything. And these guys are going to be around for a long time. Hopefully they're around for a long time. So the reasons to buy that particular suit is not the same reasons to buy this particular suit. And the reasons to buy this particular suit is not exactly the same reasons why you would buy a suit for $5,000. I'm sorry, $10,000 to $20,000. Those suits are different. And maybe it won't even be a suit. Most likely, like what I'm going to have, it's not going to be the suit. It's going to be more the optical, because I want to be able to set up an entire studio so I can have 3 people in there, and then they just not put on the suit. Just go up in there and use the optical version of motion capture, and that's what I'll eventually be doing. But I want to have the suit, and I want to have all these different technologies so I can manipulate those in different ways. So the optical technology doesn't help me when I'm outside. So I have the suit. But when I'm indoors, I can use the optical technology to do all sorts of things. So when I'm doing my green screen, that sort of stuff, or anything else, gaming, it really doesn't matter. I'm able to use the optical when I'm inside the studio. So hopefully this helped you guys out. I don't think I missed anything, because it was pretty straightforward. I get the suit, I plug it into the computer, I download the software, run the software, I hook up my router, I set a forwarding parameter in the router, I put the suit on, hook up the battery, I'm ready to go. That's basically it. And here's the key. I was able to show you that I can just put that suit on myself. I don't need a team of people putting it on, and it just zips right up, and it was designed that way. It was designed thinking about you, one person using this. It wasn't designed thinking you need a team to use it. You need to be a technical pro to use it. You're going to have to use the customer support. Now, in regards to customer support, here's another thing you want to keep in mind. With this, and the software is pretty straightforward. There's really not much to know about the software. There's only two things I think you need to know. 1, set up your profile. Let's say 3 things. Set up your profile. 3, configure your smart suit before you put it on. And 4, go ahead and set up your Wi-Fi, the computer that will be using the software. Set up that IP address on the software. So the one thing I wanted to show you regarding to the website is the fact that they have a ton of tutorials here. So if I go see the tutorials, they'll send me to this page. They have some tech stuff there. They even let you book a demo. Down here, they have videos showing you how to do these things, but the videos don't show you how to hook up the Wi-Fi or anything like that. They I think they do. Actually, they have one that shows you how to hook up the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. So if you go here at the bottom, they give you a sense of how to hook up the Wi-Fi and the IP, but not exactly how to do it on your router, because each person's router is different. So they got all these videos to really help you out. It's not just a whole bunch of marketing videos up here. So it'd be good to go ahead and look at that. As a matter of fact, if you look at this one right here is exporting the FBX. using the Unity. So this is really good, and I believe that they're going to be uploading more videos. They're still updating their software, making it better. They're updating their hardware, so you can download the hardware updates. And that's the other thing I'd make sure that I would do, because when you get it, it may not be, the hardware might not be updated. That's the first thing that I would do. So in the end, this seems like a good product. Hopefully I don't come back next month saying, hey, every node known to man has collapsed on me, and now I don't have a suit. Now I got to go buy another $1 million suit. So hopefully that does not happen. The other thing I hope doesn't happen is that, you know, the suit tears, because the suit feels sturdy. If it tears, I'm not sure about the customer service on that. I'm not sure about the warranty on that. So if you're concerned about the warranty, what you want to do is you want to go to the Rokoko Help Center, right? So the information about the warranty would be under the facts, and then you want to go ahead here. So when you search for warranty, you'll see this, and then you go ahead and click on that, and they'll tell you that they offer a 1-year warranty and replacement of sensors, hub, and the cables if needed. So I'm assuming this, we offer a 1-year warranty, is offering a 1-year warranty for the suit, but that's not clear. Okay, so if you rip that suit, this is not clear. This is something I'm going to have to get back to you guys on. I'm going to have to contact them about this and see if that is about the suit. What if I spilt water on it? What, you know, but it's supposed to be waterproof. So that's another thing. So I'll get more information on that for you guys. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.